Afternoon, I am Markelia Rumble with the local and international headlines. Detectives assigned to the St. Andrew South Police Division are investigating the circumstances that led to the death of a man at his Norbrook Drive home in Kingston yesterday morning. He has been identified as 30-year-old James Todd. Reports from the Constant Spring Police are that about 12:45 a.m., family members heard loud explosions coming from Todd's room and went to investigate. Upon entering the room, they discovered him on the floor with blood coming from his head. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck has noted that Justice Ruth Lawrence was a distinguished member of the bench whose service left an indelible mark on the justice system. Justice Lawrence was found dead at her home by her spouse in Trelawney on Tuesday. In a release today, the Justice Minister expressed sincere sympathy to the judiciary and the wider legal fraternity on her passing. The ministry noted that she served with a distinction as chairperson of the Children's Court in the Northern Circuit and as a key member of the Western Regional Family Court, where her wisdom, fairness, and compassion guided countless matters over the years. He said her work exemplified her unwavering commitment to justice, particularly for the most vulnerable in society. The minister expressed that Justice Lawrence was widely respected for her diligence, integrity, and her ability to balance firmness with empathy. He extended heartfelt condolences to her family, friends, and colleagues during this time of grief. In news overseas, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says Britain must defeat rising anti-Semitic hate after 2 people were killed in an attack at a Manchester synagogue. Directly addressing the UK's Jewish community, he says he'll do everything in his power to give Jews the security they deserve. 2 people died and 4 are in hospital after a man drove a car at members of the public before stabbing people. Police have declared it as a terrorist incident. Police fatally shot the attacker within 7 minutes of the first 999 call. Officers later made 2 other arrests. And finally, mass funerals were held in Ethiopia today for the 36 people killed when scaffolding inside an Orthodox Christian church collapsed. Hundreds of mourners walked with coffins draped in colorful cloth into the compound of a nearby church, while clerics conducted burial rituals following the disaster at the St. Mariam Church. Among the mourners was a 22-year-old man who told the BBC that he had lost his mother in the tragedy. Although the church is still under construction, people had gathered in the building on Wednesday during the annual Orthodox Christian celebration of St. Mariam. BBC said that a sizable number of worshippers decided to climb onto the makeshift scaffolding to view a newly painted mural on the church ceiling when disaster struck. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is...
Well, you put things where you don't know what is happening, only we know, so, it kind of technical, very technical. Anyway, we're there with you. We want to get up Shane Pan down and I watch you there. It's so time for cash party, so we can't really don't know a heap of things about. We want to talk about this whole heap of suicide we are going in Jamaica, We don't understand where we are going. I mean, everybody are coming, not everybody, but suicide come like it depend on the war part. We see a big judge, according to them, allegedly commit suicide. We don't know how, if them do the last check yet, if the police them check it out fully yet, but it's something where it's very troubling that suicide. Like last week, we about suicide. I mean, almost suicide them up for the year. Quite a few suicide in the area. I don't know if it's, what is happening, if it's aftermath of COVID, or is it the pressure of daily life, daily living, that is grabbing ones and ones while them really resort to this terrible act of suicide, So it not look lovely. It not look too lovely at all to hear say, every time you get up here, you see somebody commit suicide. But really and truly, the one of the judge is really mind-boggling. Yeah, mind-boggling. A judge, when I expect a judge to commit suicide, It's kind of weird. Plus, we still depend the body cam them, the body camera them, we still depend that. We not come off of that. See, they might try to go around the thing and I come around the thing and I tell you about all them order this and this, that and that. Jamaican people don't know nothing about where you are separating. We are talking about the police head, the head of the police. The government can afford the camera them can afford it. You know, see, that is where them say them that them can afford the camera them. Because them afford less than that. And I put it in the system, you know. The government can afford the camera them, and the camera them is part of the process of keeping Jamaica sane as it relates to the death of people and how you evaluate when somebody gets shot by police, you know, and if the person who gets shot did put the police in danger, why him had to get shot. You know, all of these things is necessary, you know. You can't go tell about your government and, you know, you win the election, therefore, you know, you have this in plan and that in plan. Certain things upon the board, we never did really walk away, just like how we are here. Remember the years ago now we about these police car. We don't hear nothing more about them police car there again, you know. Nothing about the police car them. So we don't know is where I'm going, so we don't know is where I'm going, so on. It's kind of mind-boggling to know, say, you have to go back over the same thing them over and over. And the thing them where you address is not being rectified. Why is it not being rectified? And them I tell you about other things where them are rectify. And one of the things we want to come on board with is that the UN have a meet the other day, and me I tell you, me I listen to some of the Prime Minister them talk, but you see me and Matley, oh gosh man, me and Matley, yes, you have the Caribbean people, them, especially Jamaican people. Yeah, them must say, yeah, them could have somebody like you around the other country them. Because the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the opposition leader must declare themselves as it relates to this continuous genocide we are going in Israel. You know, them can't just now say nothing, now walk out on this and now walk up on that. They must have a stand. Like remember in the time when they are party, Jamaica did have a stand. How come them two political leaders and have no stand as it relates to one of the crime? And even in South Sudan, it's two genocide are going right now, you know. South Sudan, which I tell you, South Sudan even worse. Even worse. I just shouldn't have no this and that I cover it, so but it's terrible down there. Anyway, we're going to come forward, you know, and see if we can rectify certain things before the day up, yes. It's very unusual for you to do it that way, and yeah, we want to come forward. We just take the break and come forward. Listen up, top draw dollars, pick 2. Well, I say I'd pick and cash pot special pot draw up next. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, I'd pick, and cash pot draws. Yes, we'll talk about the stand. We don't hear the minister, the opposition leader, and we don't hear the Prime Minister mention anything. And this is the thing we're in the earth right now in the world where everybody's concerned about. And Jamaica, who was one of the countries who used to stand up for human rights and justice, just go blank, numb. The people them want to hear where the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, where them are, where them is. And this debacle we are going over in Israel and also in Sudan. Never hear it from them lip yet. Never. As a matter of fact, other countries either lick it, like even when the American them blow up the plane, blow up the boat them as a joke boat. At least the woman from Trinidad, she come out and say, them to kill them. Yeah, she said them to kill them. Can you believe that? Without knowing if them have a joke about it or not, she said them to kill them. But we want to know where Jamaica stand on it. Where not Jamaica, but the government and the opposition, which part them stand on this thing we are going right now in there. Yeah, so, yeah. Well, we can get some music. What is the stand that the opposition and the leader of the country, what is the stand them taking? Because everybody has showed them face now. UN, all the nations come together now and say they might denounce the genocide we are going in Palestine. You know, I mean, like countries we would have never believe I come out and I say they might denounce it. We don't hear one somebody in the Caribbean we hear shout out, and that is Mia from Barbados. And she is one of, well, she's not the only, but one of the only, more than two women have a prime minister in the Caribbean. Anyway, she's very outspoken with it. Very outspoken with it. And you can't say she really mean it. Because I remember when she said, when I talk about the visa thing, she said, she talk when she talk. She no business if they want to take a visa, I don't know. I don't think them people would have said it, you know, because them totally link up with the people them who we call oppressor. We are talking about the government, and when we talk about the government, we are talking about the opposition also in the government. We don't hear them say nothing. You know, I remember them walk out of one of the conference them. No say nothing at all. Then like America, them have vetoed this and have vetoed that too. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I know a whole heap of people what I love here where the Prime Minister has to say about it. Because it's an international crisis right now. It's not just, you know, you hear a little news about that. It's an international crisis. When you look at some of the news report, them man, they might kill all the report of them. All the report of them might kill. Blow them up, assassinate them, and now they might infiltrate America in a very serious way. You know, very serious way. We are talking about Netanyahu. Him really infiltrate. Because now they might accuse Israel. The brother with him Kirk the other day were dead. There's an argument out there that him was murdered not by the youth there, who them say them hold for the gun, them never hold no gun. But the news is that nobody believe now says him kill the little youth kill Kirk. And finger point now to Netanyahu because them say the youth when him Kirk did actually assess certain things now against the genocide. And we see one little daughter there where she's a Trump hardcore. She know a lick against what are going on in Israel too. One heap of ones who you'll never know a fight against who I said boy them is champion, hardcore champion. Them know I say it can't continue. It can't continue. And the voices is getting louder and louder over it. And we don't hear the voice of Jamaica in it. You know, the music where we play, the music where we create, the songs and poems we create, related to the oppression of people all over the world. And as we have said, we was a strong voice in the liberation movements. Strong voice we was. I think we were the first country to boycott South Africa. And we never have nothing to say we have to boycott them. Like we never was a big trading post with them. But we still say it was an important thing to do. Very important thing to do. And now we just, the man get up and I tell you about where how much got gone down, this gone down. Yeah, we hear about that. We hear about that. But no, this is a thing where we are talking about an international affair. will affect we. Yes, it affect we personally, Jamaica. Because them in bed with that brother there. Bibi. Bibi them call him, yeah, Bibi. Them in bed with him, Rasta. And that no sound good when we look on all of the nation them around you. The United Nations, BRICS, and all the other support organizations that usually support people in need and in crisis. We say everyone that turn and I say, no, this can't keep going on. No, we say them are going to make a pact with the people, them Hamas, to cease fire. That's where them are work on, you know. And you know, say Donald Trump eagerly want the Nobel Peace Prize. It's not easy, you know. It's not easy at all, I tell you. But we have a little baby Trump. I don't know. I mean, there's a kind of proudness, an arrogant proudness in the Prime Minister when them talk nowadays. And this even cause them win the election, or it's even worse. The arrogance, sure. Seriously sure. But issues still remain, not only locally, but internationally. Because the local problems is unbelievable that need to be solved. Anyway, we'll take a break and come forward. Yeah, I could. Yeah, we did upon this argument about the stand Jamaica supposed to take, and when I hear them, I said nothing about it. I don't know if the Prime Minister, under certain wraps, that him is not allowed to talk freely as a head of state. But I know it's not me one, because people ask me. Say, Muta, how come you not hear the Prime Minister say nothing about Gaza and them someday? And when I talk about Gaza over Portmore neither, you know, see, the people just wandering and through me have a voice on the radio. It's like them are all in a supermarket. I said, Bridget, you know your Prime Minister go and say that. I said, well, I mean, I go and say, but I hear say nothing about the Gaza thing. And I said, then, you know, it's like, all the things put by me because people hear me on the radio and feel me have some link to them. But I have a link to them, you know, Bridget. Don't go link me up when I come on the program and I talk. You understand? And it's really weird. Really weird. So we can hear about how much the crime rate going down and we feel good about that. But the problem with that is that the crime gone down, but the police killing gone up. It's like we are swap. But we are swap. Puppy for maga dog or maga dog for fat dog. Which one of them? It's like the crime gone down, murder rate gone down, gun crime gone down, but the police killing gone up, and suicide. We have to really figure out what the hell is happening in Jamaica. You know? That every police knows to kill people, so it's unprecedented, man. Unprecedented that so much people is dying from the police guns. Here we go again with guns. Guns is always a problem. We still don't hear no big effort made by the government of Jamaica to really talk to the what name? Rubio. Yeah, the Cuban too. Mr. Cuban, Rubio, yes. We don't hear not big argument and conversation are going as it relates to what is it that America is doing to stem. Just like when they blow people boat and don't know if it's going to panic. We have a gun problem coming from America. Big gun problem we have coming from America. And we know, says America, and nobody tell them about, say, boy, it come through Haiti and all them foolishness there. It come straight from America. No drugs for drugs, no gun for drugs straight we are dealing with now. Massive barrel loads are going to come in at the island. You know, say if them catch two, at least one getaway. So how come when I hear all these things that the government is sitting down with the government in America and figure out how them can do alleviate the problem? Because I see the American them now, they might take a stand say, in the Caribbean water, which is illegal for them though, them abandon people boat and don't prove nothing. From his boat there, so fisherman, you know watch on. We can tell you, fisherman, you know watch on go out there now. Watch on go out there. Because we don't know how far you're going on, but them people have a way. Them have a way to spot you anywhere there in a certain waters. So don't make no wave carry you pass where you're supposed to arrest you. Your goose cook. You get where the duck get. You get pluck. Yes. So you are saying, oh. And it's a serious thing. And we're not going to come and fight. We are calling up on behalf of the citizens of Jamaica who's hearing about this war in South Sudan and all of the Gaza Strip, them call it Palestine, the war between Hamas, and not even a war between nothing again. It's like it's a war between Israel and the people that is occupying, that is in Palestine. Because most of the people them were dead, no, I'm not going to shoot up nobody. Most of the people them were dead, no, I'm not going to shoot after nobody. The reports of them who dead never shoot after nobody. So it's not like, say, you know, there's reciprocation where gunshot a fire from one side and the other one might fire back. No, not go so. Blatant murder, killing. And we are saying now that we are asking the Prime Minister and the Governor General to make a statement on behalf of the government of Jamaica about their stand as it relates to what is going on over there. So, because we know Jamaica, we're not Jamaica, the government has a close tie with Israel. Them close tie with Israel. So we just want to know, because it don't look funny, it don't look lovely out there. It don't look lovely out there. You have ones in New York and one that's where I go on. Or every time Israel name come up to the Prime Minister, them just walk out or them just stand still. A veto this and I set up nothing. When I hear nothing from them, it is stressful, it is stressing. You know, and we are talking about the body camera them still. I don't buy where the policeman attack, where name the head of the police force. I don't buy where him attack. That is just a rigmarole and rose, your pocket full of pros here. Asham, all fall down. Gunshot, shot, you are dead. You know, see it. So I just want to know, say, all the people them who have bother me, well, they not really bother me, but the people them who have hopes them would have shout out to them to say, I did shout out, and we are expecting them to say something. I don't want them to come ignore the thing, you know. Like we are trying to make problem, you know. We're not trying to make no problem. We are answer the call of the people them. And as I said, the people them hear me on the radio every week. And them say, if more than on the radio every week, how many not hear him call the government to talk about what is for them stand? Yes, they might depend on me. If I say something, I know me say something. So we just want to say it again. We're calling upon the government of Jamaica that is including the opposition. Mark Golding. What is the opposition and the, what them call him, the doctor, Dr. Andrew Holness, what is their stand on this debacle that the whole world now is grasping for breath? What is their stand on the problems that confront the world? It affect the world now because America all the night now, and America, I don't know where them there. But we want to know where we are as a people. Okay, so take a break and come forward. Yes.
In Jamaica here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, I can turn up this fruit. Yes. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. It's a pleasure to be on.
You hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you very clearly.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to the doctor here about this, what we're calling a Jamaica now. Is that, I say it's an epidemic because it seems as if it's getting worse. What says the?
Well, we are having an increase, especially since this month, in what is happening with suicide and suicide ideations. A lot of persons are expressing suicidal ideations, and a lot of persons are attempting and sadly some completing suicide. And it's a concern we have. I also work with Choose Life International, and they have been working for years on this mission. And it is of big concern because a number of persons are going through struggles and not reaching out to get help.
All right, what do you think is the cause of it? That it seems as like it's an upsurge of this thing. What do you think is causing it in the society here?
Life is happening, and there are a lot of persons who are becoming more suspicious of persons, and so the type of trust that used to be there, the community that used to be there, where the village came together to discuss things, where the elder persons were respected and persons could go and sit with an older person and they would reason with them. That's not there anymore. Persons are just not sharing. The whole values that have been there have broken down, and so persons are just having situations and not having anybody to talk to about it, or not feeling like they have anybody to talk to about it.
So what is what you have an organization that help with this? I mean, how it go? I mean,
well, the one I just mentioned, Choose Life International is one, and you have a number of agencies that work with suicide ideations. You have the suicide hotline that is there also, that persons can reach out to when they need help. And we encourage persons to understand that it's nothing is wrong to reach out for help. It's actually something good. It is good when you can reach out for help. It is good when you realize that you need help and you can say, I need help. Talk to a counselor. Talk to a pastor. Some persons don't trust pastors, but you have pastors who have counseling training. Talk to a doctor. Talk to a trusted friend. It's not a weakness. It's wisdom, because stress interrupts our life, right? So situations like if you feel like you're not functioning, that the stress is overwhelming, because all of us have stress. But when it reaches the point where we are not able to function effectively, when we realize that the sadness is lasting more than 2 weeks and we can't move, when you feel hopeless and you feel numb, you feel overwhelmed, it is important to reach out to somebody to say, I need help. People need to understand it is okay not to be okay. Nothing is wrong with that. It happens with all of us, but we just need to know when we need to cry out and say, I need help.
But, all right, some people might have psychological problem and them say nothing wrong with me, where you bother me for? I mean, how you help somebody like that?
We have that stigma.
Keep saying nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me, where you bother me for?
We have this stigma in Jamaica that, mental health is not important, and people mix up mental health with mental illness. So everybody needs to have good mental health, and we need to maintain our mental health. But there are times when, just like how we have physical challenges, we have mental challenges. And a lot of persons, because of how we've been socialized in Jamaica, we do not realize that it's okay. You have in the U.S., the culture is different. Persons, they're proud to go to their psychologist. I'm seeing a therapist, and everybody's proud. But in Jamaica, it is presented like it's something embarrassing and it is shameful, when it is not. Because it's something you should be proud of to say, I'm going to talk to my therapist because I know I need to be a better version of myself.
You
realize it's okay. So when
you get to somebody where you tell them, say them need to go see a psychiatrist, and them I tell you, say nothing wrong with me, where you bother me for? Or you get to a person like that where insist to say nothing wrong with them?
Sometimes it's a situation where we realize something is wrong and we need to educate ourselves how to just listen, how to give the layman help. Because some persons, even with the physical illnesses, you can't get them to a doctor. And you have to just try sometimes, talk to the professionals and see how you can say, okay, all right, guess what? Is this happening? Sometimes you can show them the listing to say, is this happening to you? To say, this is a list of things that are happening. When these things are happening, it is suggested that somebody needs help. So when you can show them the list to say, look at it and see if 4 or more of these things are happening to you. Because if these are happening, you need help. And guess what? I am here to support you. Nothing is wrong. When we speak about it, we have to make sure to speak like there is nothing wrong. Because if we go to somebody and say, you're not to say you're mad, they are going to say nothing wrong with me.
No, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that,
yes.
definitely.
No.
You don't want to say that at all.
Or say something, you're not to say something wrong with your head.
Yeah.
Those things scare people. So when you say to somebody, boy, I realize you're having a little struggle with that. Would you like me to follow you to speak to somebody? And they might say, no, we don't have. They say, no, man, all of us. I'm going to speak to somebody and, normalize it. Let them know it's okay. Let them know it's all right. Because a lot of persons, because of how it is spoken about, once you say mental health, me not mad, nothing wrong with me. When I used to be in the regular school system, even when you see students who need to be assessed and you want to get the help for them, the parents will say, nothing wrong with my child. But when you say, okay, this is what is supposed to be happening, this is where they're supposed to be, and we are not seeing these things, or these behaviors are showing, and we are concerned. And we just want you to be the best version. That is how I promote it. I help persons to understand that maintaining your mental health is about being the best version of yourself, being the person who is winning, being the person who is not just surviving, but thriving. Because that's what life is meant for.
Yeah, I can ask you. I noticed you mentioned the difference between mental health and mental illness. What is the difference between mental health and mental illness? Explain.
Right. No, mental health is the general maintenance of our mental faculties. So it's how we think, how we feel, how we cope, how we connect with others, and how different things affect our choices, our relationships, our overall well-being. But mental illness now is when something is happening with this that is causing us not to function. Sometimes it is based on our environment, and at other times it is based on something that is in our genetics, because you have some mental illnesses that we inherit from persons in our family. So there are some that are not just in our environment, but they are natural things that happen, that some malfunction is happening in the brain, or the hormones or other things are happening. So then the psychiatrist comes into play, because sometimes medication is actually needed. Some persons need to be admitted for a while. But we just need to get rid of the stigma and know that if you need help, you need help. If somebody is having a spike in their blood pressure, they go and they get help and they take their medication. Same thing needs to happen. If you are diagnosed with schizophrenia, take the medication. Medication might be something that keeps you going, helps you function normally. Because persons with mental illness can function normally. You just need the support. You need the psychotherapy. You might need medication. Not all situations need medication. There are many persons with mental illnesses that just have their therapies and they get the support and they act normally, they behave normally, they function normally. So it is not a death sentence.
So what the hereditary person who get that through lineage and the person who acquire that through just being part of the society where get to them head. How the doctor function in that way? Is it the same recommendation them give the patient if him have an hereditary?
That's okay. No, so.
You understand what I'm saying? Hereditary.
Yeah, totally, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So the history is taken. So you have to take the history of the person to see if there's any other person in the family that has any mental illness. So you see if it is coming in the lineage, if it is in the genes. So that is done. When that is done, so things are eliminated and you see if this is something that is coming based on the environment, based on situations. Sometimes it is there in the gene, sometimes it is there, but it is not activated because of the type of support that the person is happening. But when certain stressors come, then certain things will show up, certain things will act up. When other persons might have the gene, but it is not really presenting in that way. So the investigation is done when somebody has a challenge, has any type of challenge mentally and goes to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So you will find that sometimes for the first 2-3 sessions, it is about investigation. It is not the therapy that has started because full investigation has to be done for a proper treatment plan to be put in place.
So the person who acquired that through genes and the person who acquired that through just societal problems.
Right.
Them have a longer way of doing it. I mean, like, cause you say investigation, you have a period of time when them have to investigate if it's through your genes or through just socialization and thing. I mean, the person who gets socialized into it get tablet too, just like the person who...
Not necessarily. It actually depends on what level the situation is at. So there are some illnesses that when diagnosed definitely need medication for support, like schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is one that when it is diagnosed, medication is the best recommendation. There are some persons that refuse, but they really have to sign a document to say that they refuse. There are some levels of depression. When it is very severe, usually the support is given with medication, but it is with therapy. There are some situations with depression that they get medication for a while, and then when functioning improves, then they are taken off. There are some persons who have to be on it for life. So it really is on an individual assessment basis where the decision is made. So there are a lot of persons who are diagnosed with different mental illnesses, and the support is given through psychotherapy. So they actually don't get medication. Medication is usually a if necessary. So the psychiatrist would do the evaluation to see if medication is necessary.
Well, I give thanks to them information there, because I tell you, it come like a epidemic in Jamaica here right now, and it linked to the suicide thing too. There's a total link between that and suicide. Definitely link, There
is a link, and that is why getting help is so important. And I just want to share some tips, because some persons, even in a stressful day, just need to take some what we call mind breaks. sometimes just 2 to 5 minutes of breathing. For some persons, praying, stretching. Sometimes it's just silence to reset your brain.
Of course, but sit down in the sun or something like that, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And that doesn't take you away from work. You just sit at your desk and you can do that.
Yes.
Or wherever you are, if you're on the construction site, just come down, stop for a while and just take a 5-minute break. Yes.
You're going to take the 5 minutes break and the boss come and say you have sleep on them job too.
Sometimes it is just that you come down and you're doing something lighter. So you still keep yourself with it that you don't get in trouble, but you know that you are taking a mental health break. And sometimes just talking to someone we don't trust and we get suspicious until we put ourselves in more problems. Find somebody. There must be somebody who can trust.
Okay, give thanks.
And some of us push ourselves in situations because we have so much negative self-talk. We need to speak positive over our lives. We need to also do movement, even light exercise, a little dancing. It reduces anxiety. It helps with depression. Even the sun. Some of us are just in the house. The vitamins from the sun helps with mental health. And rest.
Yeah, I can tell you something. You talk about dancing. It's them dancing where them women I don't know. They make the man them blood pressure rise up. Them get mental. Them get mental with their seat. So I don't know why you put that in it, you know, because trust me, when them look at that reaches something else, so you know them get mental. Anyway, we give thanks, you know, we give thanks for the information.
Yeah,
man. I hope if we want to call up here again, we can
no
call
problem at all. And just to correct that I'm not doctor yet, but you know we're working on it, but yes.
Yeah, well, but people have doctorate and they want no doctor yet. I don't know. That's it, no. All right, give thanks, Mama.
Yes, no problem.
Is Mrs. or Miss Smith? Which one?
Mrs.
Mrs. All right, Mrs. Yeah, give thanks. Give thanks.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, some people ask me, say, them not get that well, the person, them say, me not taking no call, but we are take call. Why you know that? Operator, we are take the call. If somebody call, you want to deal with the subject of what we are dealing with, them have to be dealing with the subject. If them not dealing with the subject, we don't take the call. Them tell them, say, after 4:30, them can call and talk about what them are talking about. You know, this is a specific thing we are work with. Today we want to talk about really a very serious topic. They say, them not have that made public. Yeah, it's a serious thing. People is calling for it to be made public. The sex offenders, them, like all the brother, hey, boy, I tell you, that's how people say it. A man look like a 6-year-old girl, a rape or rasta. The man, if you tie them by them, you know what, and spin them on a light pole. Yeah. Anyway, we want to see if them ready for it with this. Not yet. All right. So me could put back this tune here and play this tune here. Here we go. What? Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Oh, you mean to dig out 12 minutes out of my time, man?
No, I was with a client and I had to finish that meeting before I could do this one. I went over.
Sir. All right. So you know the topic. You know the topic, right?
Yes. Sex offenders registry.
Yes. All right. Why them do have a registry? Them have it, but them not make it public.
There is a registry since the Sexual Offences Act 2009. The amendment, the Act provides for between Sections 29 through to 34 the provision of the Sex Offenders Registry. So we've always had one. Well, had one for a very long time. The stipulation, though, it's not public. So whereas, for example, in some states you can go on a particular website and you can type in the person's name or you can type in your location, and I think there is a site in the US, I believe, where I think it's NSPOW, where you can type in your location and the state and a radius, and it will give the list of names of persons who are on that registry and even their address.
That is really Jamaica, however. Yeah, okay.
With Jamaica, though, we don't have that level of accessibility. And an argument came up recently about it as to if we should have one that is that public and accessible. And of course, based on our laws, it's not publicly accessible or loosely or freely accessible. It's done by application.
So you think it should be accessible?
To the public randomly? No, I don't think it should be accessible like that. Reason being is that there is a danger of, it's good and there's bad to everything. The good is that you can do a quick check to see, who your neighbor is and so on and so forth. The bad part is, on the other hand, you're running the risk of just mean people who will dig up your information and then they will put you on blast on social media, which will become one of the most dangerous weapons of the modern age. So there's that risk as well. So it's a very touchy topic. However,
right. Yeah.
if it is that somebody wants to find out if, for example, John Doe next door, who just moved in, is an offender or is on the registry, there is a process where one can apply for that.
But you're saying the neighbor to go investigate the neighbor.
Well, it's good to know who your neighbors are.
That sounds like first Gestapo kind of thing, especially in the garrison them. Somebody move out the garrison, you tell the person next door, say, hey, go find the website and say that brother is a rapist. That not sound like something where I want to do. Because man, go that talk.
Yeah, but then...
Boy, I will go find the thing and I see that brother next door, and they commit rape one time, and him live over there, so now.
And that's the danger. That's the reason why it's not so accessible willy-nilly. Because there's that danger of the person, being open to that kind of scrutiny. However, even under the legislation, and the regulations, when a person is in that registry, they have to report and have to check in. They have to know where you're residing. If you're going to change residency, you have to make them know. It has to be registered. If you have a primary residency and a secondary house, they have to know the secondary house. If you're leaving the country, if you're leaving the parish for more than 14 days, the registry has to know this information because they have to know where you are. So, another case where you're on that list and you just go about your business, it's a serious checking-in process, and your movement is tracked by the registry and the department. So it's another case where it is.
I could take a break little and come. You have a whole heap of people that is multiple sex offenders, right? Them do it one time, them do it 2 times, them do it 3 times. How you deal with them kind of people, How you deal with them?
Well, the good thing about our laws is that whenever someone is sentenced, the court takes into account any previous conviction. Now, if it is that somebody is being sentenced for, God forbid, sex offense, and the records are returned to the court to say what record does the person have. After a prior conviction comes up of a similar nature, then the starting point for the sentence is higher. So if you, for example, it's like a child being seen by a parent. If when the cookie jar one time and eat a cookie, they might get a scolding. When cookie jar again, take another cookie, the scolding might elevate to something else. So it's the same principle. If you re-offend, or it's the same or a similar nature offense, your sentence is usually higher. Let's also bear in mind that when you come on to, for example, a rape charge, the maximum is life imprisonment.
Oh, a rape charge is life imprisonment.
You can get up to life imprisonment for rape charges. So, I mean, I heard a talk once about it being 2 years. Actually, not true. It's not true. The starting point for things, for certain offenses, is very high. Sex offenses in Jamaica, at the high court level, it's a harsher punishment, especially after trial.
All right. So, The man where, the other day when we hear about the man where raped the 70-year-old girl now, right? And just take her and just have sex with her and them catch him. That would be a life sentence. How them work that? How them work out life versus not life?
All right, so every offense has a maximum cases. Is that when the complainant is very young, it is a higher starting point for sentence.
Like the 7-year-old
because the person is that young.
Like the 7-year-old with the man raped that idea. Like the 7-year-old with the man raped that idea. Oh, what's that catching there? Yeah, about that?
The court will determine. Yes, I heard about it. The court will determine his sentence, but for an offense like that, it will be a pretty harsh punishment.
I think him should have get life feed. 7-year-old, him should have get life Rasta. What said he?
My thoughts are the same. My thoughts are the same. I believe that, just like with the court, there is a certain age where the court looks at that as a aggravating factor to say, okay, then fine, this person is very young, then we have to go up with the sentence. I cannot say what his antecedents are, but I can say that if he were to be found guilty after trial, then the sentence would most likely be very harsh.
Yeah, because that girl,
and I'm not seeing anything under 15 years. Probably.
Him put a sentence on she, you know, a 7-year-old, him put a sentence on she, maybe for life. You know?
That's also a very disgusting, well, it's a very unfortunate and very sad thing when you think about it, because certain things will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And something like that will stay with the person for the rest of their life. And oftentimes, we can see the person is very young, then there could be issues biologically with the person going forward. Some of the cases that I've seen have that as an aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, me could ask you something now, out of the blue, out of the way, you know, where me know say it happen, so it's not like me just pluck it out or nothing. What to when a big man rape a little boy, or a big man rape a next man, like gunpoint and rape him? How them look on that?
Sexual offences act does speak to that as well. And once there's a firearm involved, there is a firearm charge. And of course, firearm possession now is a 15-year minimum. That is the only real serious change of the act. So the sentences would be very harsh for that as well.
They might charge him for the firearm or they charge for the action?
Possession of a firearm is an offense.
No, you hear me ask you a while ago. Hold on. You hear me ask you a while ago.
You're asking about the firearm and the buggery.
Yeah, so I say no, but you keep talking about the firearm. They're not charging for the buggery.
Why wouldn't they charge for the buggery? If he's charged for
No, but you keep talking about the firearm.
All right, hold on. If the offense is this, man goes with a firearm and does something of a sexual nature to another person. The person, that offender will be charged for the firearm and any offense that would have taken place in that transaction.
Yeah, me know, but me never talk about firearm still. The case what I talk about is something that happened in a St. Mary, right, where what I want to say too is a person, them did find say the person did really is a bugger man. And one of the times somebody ball out and them catch him. I not talk about no firearm, no. I talk about, I know what kind of sentence a man get. Him get a life imprisonment too, or how it work?
I'd have to double check the act as it speaks to buggery. I don't remember the sentence for that offhand. I don't do many, if I can recall, any buggery cases. But
yeah, but rape the man, him rape the youth.
The charge
so why is
buggery,
that different?
The definition of rape versus buggery, it differs.
Explain.
So rape is defined really as vaginal penetration by a penis. And the buggery is, of course, and then not to go into that on radio, as to what that would be.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Very specific as to what, so these what we call make up the elements of the offense. This is done without the person's consent. Or
rape is without the person's consent, man. Rape is without person's consent. It's rape the youth, you know.
It will be defined in law as buggery.
Eh?
It will be defined in law as buggery.
Yes, so I ask you now, when them go to the court and them define it as rape, it's buggery, but it's rape. You're forcefully...
I see what you're saying. You're saying because the whole content, the content issue is not there, but then you have to look at how the law defines the act.
All right, tell me how the law defines the act. Tell me how the law defines the act.
As I said, so rape is defined as penetration of the vagina by a penis against the person's consent.
Yeah, and buggery is defined as what a man rape a woman, a man.
It is penetration of the other end of the orifice.
By the man. So him couldn't get life sentence for that. Him couldn't get life sentence for it.
I'll have to double check to see what the sentence or the range is for buggery.
Well,
because it will be buggery, so it'll be charged for buggery as opposed to rape.
Yeah, but all right, what is the penalty for buggery from a big man passing to a youth? What is the penalty?
I'd have to double check again.
Oh, you know.
I don't want to misquote myself. Okay. I don't do many buggery cases.
I think them should have given him life imprisonment just like the other man. But all the little youth, the little pitney. I think so. It's unlawful. It's unlawful. And to me, it's even more. To me, I mean, I'm going to say more still, but why wouldn't you give meet out the same thing to the man there as you meet to the lady? Why, little girl, why wouldn't you do that?
Well, as I said, I'll have to double check.
Yeah, I know you have to check it. Yeah, man, check it.
I don't want to misquote myself.
All right, well, since you did you eat for some of my time, I will call you back.
I'm actually going to a 4:30 meeting in a Muta. Right?
Yeah, then I don't know. That's why I say we have to call you back.
No problem.
No, we will call you back next time.
All right, no problem.
All right, give thanks, brother. Give thanks, yeah?
Always. All right. Take care. That's
attorney Sanjay Smith. And it get down in the next water, you know, where him say, I have to consult. I have to consult nothing. I would have to consult nothing, you know. Because the pastor rape the brother. I would never call that a rape. That's a buggery. I rape the brother. Not at him free will, but by force. You know, say you never Hey, you have a pastor that get dead because of that, you know. Yeah, you have a pastor that get dead. The youth are still at the church gate all the while. And him call the youth in the place and, you know, entice the youth. And the youth kill him. That's the next thing we are talking about now, a different thing. Anyway, we're going to pass the time, you know. It's music news time, yes. Time signal and music news. Here we go.
Dancehall artist Spice is set to make her long-awaited Ugandan debut later this year with a show in the capital city of Kampala on December 6. The performance marks her first time in the East African nation, but her third visit to the continent following a trip to Ghana in late 2024. Now, Ugandan fans are bracing for what many have already called out one of the most anticipated dancehall concerts in recent years. The timing of Spice's Kampala debut couldn't be more symbolic. Just recently, of course, the Summer Like It hitmaker secured her place in history as the first Jamaican female artist to have a lead single surpassing 300 million streams on Spotify. Her global smash, Got On, featuring Shaggy and Sean Paul, earned certifications across the UK, France, and Canada, and is eligible for gold certification in the United States. Her back-to-back milestone have amplified her global footprint as a pivotal time in her career. The Grammy-nominated star's debut album 10 has racked up more than than 408 million global streams and sold some 140,000 units in the United States, including 21,000 in pure album sales. And speaking of sales and albums, Burna Boy's reign at the top of the global music is showing no sign of slowing down. Spotify has officially named the Nigerian powerhouse as the top Afrobeats artist of 2025, solidifying his status as one of the genre's most dominant forces. The streaming giant revealed the list earlier this week, highlighting Burna Boy alongside fellow Nigerian star Rima and Wizkid and Asake, as well as Ayara Star in the top 5. The accolade comes on the heels of Burna Boy's latest historic achievement, becoming the first African artist to notch 7 entries on the Billboard Hot 100, while also maintaining an unprecedented streak of 5 consecutive years on the chart. His recent entry, WGFT, with American rapper Gunna, debuted at number 96 in August and has since climbed to number 66, further providing and of course also proving his ability to blend Afrofusion with international sounds. From his 2021 feature on Justin Bieber's Loved by You to his global anthem Last in 2022, Burna Boy has continuously reshaped what longevity looks like for African artists on mainstream charts. Billy Mystic, better known as Billy Wilmot, has also announced that he's definitely departing from the legendary reggae band Mystic Revelers, citing overwhelming stress and financial strains as the driving force behind his decision. Mystic bid farewell to the group that has been his musical home for over 4 decades. In a release, the veteran musician explained that his decision comes after years of shouldering the weight of keeping the band's vision alive and managing financial struggles that comes with sustaining a group of 6 or 7 musicians. He further shared that trying to keep everyone inspired has taken its toll on him over the years and he just doesn't have the energy to do it anymore. Despite his departure, Billy Mystic revealed that he and fellow founding member Leroy Lion Edwards intend to push out with a fresh set of top-class musicians and take on the world, working their extensive catalog as Billy Mystic and the Revelers. Hey party fans, draw closer, turn your radius up for the 411 and what's popping for this weekend. Lion Roar Entertainment in association with El Chapa International Sound System presents Royal Rumble 2025. Saturday, October 4, gates open at 7 p.m. Clash starts at 10 p.m. at Briggs River in St. Elizabeth. One of the promoters, FT Reckless, tells us more.
This is FT Reckless from Lion Roar Entertainment. Lion Roar Entertainment has been around since about 2008, based in New York City, but we keep dances internationally. Most of our clashes are kept in New York. We are known for Premier League Clash and Welcome to New York Clash, as well as many other clashes. We've also kept clashes in Canada as well, and many events throughout Jamaica. Now, the Royal Rumble Clash is a venture where we are taking on as sounds from all over the world. We have Jamaica, America, Switzerland, England, Canada, and Antigua. So to me, this is going to be one of the biggest clashes Jamaica has seen in a long time. So 6 sounds, 1 trophy. I want everybody to roll out and enjoy this clash.
Clash features Cannabis versus Super Gold versus Rough Cut versus Empire Sound versus Magash versus Super Fresh. Admission pre-sold, that's pre-sold $1,500 rather. That's pre-sold $1,500. At the gate is going to be $2,500 for Kings. And for Queens, it's going to be $2,000. Tickets are available online at firstinlineja.com. We're talking about Royal Rumble 2025. El Chapa International Sound System. The entire crew will be there October 4, making the date and don't be late this Saturday. On the international scene, Diddy is getting even more support from the woman who was supposed to testify against him at his federal criminal trial. Ahead of his sentencing tomorrow for his Mann Act conviction, Virginia Hyan, better known as Gina, during Diddy's trial wrote a letter to the judge on behalf of Diddy, blasting prosecutors for pressuring her into becoming victim 3 in the indictment. In her letter, Gina says she is fully cooperated with our prosecutors, sitting down with them in three times and answered all their questions. She says she turned over every stitch of evidence, notably photos and videos and text messages. Gina says she felt pressured by prosecutors to play the role of a victim, even when she told them she was not a Diddy victim. You may recall Gina was going to testify for the prosecution, but prosecutors told the court before the trial started that they had lost touch with Gina and her attorney. She later penned a letter under her real name asking the judge to release Diddy on bail. Diddy's sentencing is scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Friday, October 3. Celebs celebrating their birthdays today. TV host Kelly Ripa, veteran singer and songwriter Sting. And if you're celebrating your day, we say happy birthday to you, okay? On this day in music, there was 1995. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds and Kylie Minogue released the duet Where the Wild Roses Grow. This day in music, there was 2002. Robbie Williams signed the most lucrative British record deal in history when he signed with EMI Records for £80 million. This day in music, there was 2007. Britney Spears was ordered to hand over her 2 young children to her former husband, Kevin Federline, by a judge in Los Angeles. And that's the full 100 in music.
Oh no. Yes.
You hear what I say.
That time again, I'm going to present the African names. We're going to go through now with the female names first. Female names. So, Anissa, A-N-I-S-A, Anissa. Anissa means friendly. Anissa means friendly. Amra, A-M-R-A, Amra. Amra means lasting power. Lasting power. Amini, A-M-I-N-I, Amini. Amini means trustworthy. And Amni, A-M-N-E, Amni, means secure. So that's Anissa, A-N-I-S-A, means friendly. Amra, A-M-R-A, Amra, means lasting power. Amini, A-M-I-N-I, Amini, means trustworthy. And Amni, A-M-N-E, Amni, means secure. Male names. Kambui, K-A-M-B-U-I, Kambui. Kambui means fearless. Kewaka, K-W-A-K-A. I can say Kwaka. Yeah, you can say Kwaka to Kwaka. Born on Wednesday. Kwanzaa. K-W-A-N-Z-A. Kwanzaa means beginning. And Lawanza. L-A-W-A-N-Z-A. Lawanza means son of the land. So that's Kambui, K-M-B-U-I. Kambui means fearless. Kwaka, K-W-A-K-A, means born on Wednesday. Kwanzaa, K-W-A-N-Z-A, means beginning. And Lawanza, L-A-W-A-N-Z-A, Lawanza, means son of the land. Son of the land. Yeah. I can see if I can find it, yeah. Meanwhile, I can play this tune.
Cool Oasis.
Yes, we'll look for it. All right, so we have a Cool Oasis winner of the day, and his name is David Rabb from Maypen.
David Rabb.
Oh, you the man?
Yes, Muta, bless up, man.
You feel happy? You sound happy?
Yeah, man, me happy, man.
All right, so it's the first you win it? It's the first you win this £15 prize, yeah? 15,000. Eh? Who you talk to?
Wow, I'm on the road, Muta, I not hear you so clearly.
No, man, because you listen to your radio in your car.
Oh, man, I listen to radio, daddy.
All right. Now, me just ask you how you feel.
Yeah, man, I feel good, man. Feel thankful.
You usually buy gas a cool Oasis?
Yeah, man, I guess I cool Oasis, man.
Well, you know you can win again, don't it?
I know I couldn't win again, but I give thanks for winning.
Yeah, man, you know, just keep the thing by your car, man, and try to stop you answer the question. You have to just keep a listen to IRFM, though. Okay?
Yeah, I'm ready to lock fire, man.
Yeah, well, you have to turn it on, though. Don't lock it. Turn it on. All right? Yeah, so from them spot, you know, from them spot, you right away, you know.
Yeah.
You're lucky when you're just like that if you have the right thing going for you.
I realize to them, man.
Yeah, okay. All right, give thanks, yeah? Nah, answer me, my drive. Okay. All right, so me could go back to this tune now we'll play from all. Meaningful. So we're talking about abundance in all this glory. Yeah, we don't just live. People just talk about them just want to have life. Yeah, life is good to have, but it's how you live in that life. And sometimes the problems that can't do a bourgeois thing say, you know, whole heap of things obstruct you because you're not to have that abundance. So
One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. Bang.